You're putting in the hours, burning the midnight oil and giving it your all, but the business is not growing at the level you want it to grow. What if your focus on working as hard as possible is precisely the cause that is preventing you from moving forward faster? What if the key to your success was one simple yet very powerful mindset shift? Welcome back. My name is Castillo, founder of Selfmastered, Peak Performance Academy for founders. We help you master your mind, triple productivity, and scale without overwhelm, distractions, and burnout. I know you've heard it all. Volume negates love. Work as hard as you can and you get very lucky. The hardest worker in the room always wins. I know that you are aware of how much work taking a business off the ground actually entails. Entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart. It requires dedication, discipline, sacrifice in order to build a business. Problem is that too much fixation on working hard is keeping you stuck because hard work is not enough. Contrary to popular belief, how hard you work does not predict how successful you will become. I know you've heard otherwise, but I'm here to tell you what exactly you should be focused on. Because if you are working all day, every day, just to take your business off the ground, you will not succeed. You will literally burn out. And the most successful people on the planet, those that are running, managing, or owning hundreds of companies, like Richard Branson comes to mind, or Elon Musk, who is running 4 or 5 very important companies, they have the same hours in the day that you have. So what is the key to their success? What is the thing that they have that you may not have yet that allows them to have such an impact on the world? It's not how hard they work, it's how much leverage they have built over the years. And this is the key concept of this video, the concept of leverage. Leverage is anything that affects the input-output relationship within a system. So I want you to think of your business as a system in which you put in inputs, hours of your time, workers, initiatives, projects, and you get out revenue, sales, scale. Most people are working super hard to put 1 unit of input in order to get 1 unit of output. But the best entrepreneurs are focused on putting 1 unit of effort in and getting 100 units of output. Such is the nature of leverage. Working hard will not make you successful. Leveraging yourself hard will definitely make you successful. So the mindset shift you need to go through is moving from being a hard worker to being a leverage worker. To thinking of yourself as someone who has a relentless leverage ethic, who understands this key concept and is willing to go above and beyond to leverage himself. Because that is the key to the success you want. Not how much you work, but how much leverage do you have access to. Once you understand this, you start prioritizing hard because you understand that not all projects are worth your time. Not all tasks are equally important. Not all things in your business that are important actually need to be done by you. There's only just a very few things that you should be focused on. Everything else can be done by someone else or by a robot. When you really get into this mindset of thinking ways of getting leverage to the bone, you start making massive progress in your life. An example of this would be this YouTube channel. Like I could record this myself, I could write the scripts, I could edit it, I could create the thumbnail, I can do everything myself in order to have the best YouTube channel out there. But I don't, because I have a fantastic team with me that helps me at each stage of the path. So the only thing I need to really focus on is create the absolute most elite video. They will edit it, they will cut it, they will put the thumbnail, and they will work out the whole system. That is an example of leverage. Once you really understand this, everything changes because your dollar per hour moves up and you start having way more impact in the world. And now, before I share a specific example of how we help an Australian web designer triple his business in a couple of months by really internalizing this, leave a comment down below and like the video so that boosts our reach in the algorithm and we can help more people with our videos. So let me tell you about a very specific example, very recent example of a client in which we help navigate this leverage ethic concept. When he came to us, he wanted to ideally double his business within 4 months. He really wanted, he was a 16K a month, he wanted 30K a month, and he was working all day, every day. Incredible work ethic, high IQ, very good at his craft. He really is a fantastic web designer. So what was the problem? Why was he not able to scale? Basically because he was working too hard. The first thing we did is run analysis of everything that he was doing in his business. And we found out that there were so many low leverage tasks that could be eliminated, automated, or delegated to someone else. As soon as we free up about 50% of his time, he could devote that to the high highest leverage task, which was getting more clients and delivering the highest quality service. As soon as we created a plan that basically helped him focus for at least 6 hours every day on those high leverage tasks, boom, his results skyrocketed. We gave him a schedule and a tool to track and gamify the whole process of leverage seeking. And over time, very quickly, in about 8 weeks, he was able to start getting more clients through the door. He stopped running the invoices. We made all sorts of changes to his schedule. So the only thing he had to focus on is create content that would bring clients in and deliver the most outstanding service to them. And guess what? In a couple months, he had tripled his business to 50K. This is not magic. This is what happens when you truly understand what leverage is, why it matters, and how it can really build your fortune. So I highly encourage you to go from being a hard worker to being a leverage worker. Stop bragging about your work ethic and start bragging about your leverage ethic. Your ability to find people who are better than you at most of the things that you need to do them for you, because that is how you can create real massive impact in the world. And if you want to see this in action, you want to understand how to build a 7-figure business by yourself using leverage, we have a video here about doing just this. 1 million one-person businesses, no employer firms, as the American census called them, that can clear 1 million a year. Watch this video and learn how it is done. And of course, until next time.